y'all doing? It's PawPaw yet again. Folks, what I want to tell you about today is the 4-in-1 jump starter from Foursun. This thing is an air compressor. It is a flashlight. It is a power supply, and it is a jump starter. And like so many of them out there that you've seen, they come in a pretty little black and red zipper case. They come with a little book of instructions. This one says Foursun on it. And this thing is quite a bit heavier than the ones I've shown you in the past because, well, it's got an air compressor in it. Now, the air compressor, you can preset the air pressure that you're wanting to put in your tire, so you can set it and forget it, you know. But all these little air compressors are pretty much the same. They'll do what they can for a while. What I'm interested in is, will this thing start an engine? And I do want to tell you what all comes with this thing. You get a nice carrying case. And I will say, at least with this larger case, they've given me enough room for this stuff to fit in there. Get them little ones, Lord, I can't hardly get the pieces that they gave me to fit back in there where I can zip it up. But there's plenty of room here. Okay. Once again, we have a USB to C charging cable. But they don't send you the little thing that plugs into the wall where you can put your USB in it to charge your battery up. You got to already have some kind of adapter to plug your USB in. Which I realize it's becoming more and more commonplace now, but still, that's just a pet peeve of mine. But I sat and I study on it a little bit, and I realized that, you know, they ship these things all over the freaking world. And in jolly old England, you don't have the same, you know, household voltage and current that we have here in the United States. And hell, it was different in Iraq, and I mean, it's just different everywhere. So, not everybody's on 60 cycles, 120 volts, single phase and 230 volt. But anyway, it does come with the charging cable, and if you've got something that will plug into a well, it's not politically correct, but I call it a cigarette lighter. If you've got a tool, a gadget, or whatever that plug into a cigarette lighter or a power receptacle, they send one of them, and you can plug it in here, and there you got your 12 volts. They send all kinds of little adapters to go on the end of your air compressor hose, you know, where you can blow up pool toys and all kinds of stuff like that. It even comes with what we call a football needle. Those of you old enough to know, or maybe you call it a basketball needle or a soccer ball needle. But anyway, you know, if you don't know what I'm talking about, then you don't need to own a air compressor, I reckon. So, let me see if I can figure out how to get this back in there. Okay, I got that back. So that's what comes with it. And then of course you've got your cables here that hook up to your battery. And we're going to go out here, we're going to try it out. Got a few things I'd like to see if this thing will work on. I got a big old backhoe out there, and I'll go ahead and tell you ahead of time. I couldn't figure out how to, well, I couldn't find a key to my backhoe that hadn't been started in forever and a day, so I couldn't test it on that. But we tried it on a boat, and we tried it on a little tractor. So we'll see what this thing from Foursun will do. Let's get on out there. Well, pretty much everything out here that I've got will crank and run. But I haven't run my pontoon boat in, I don't know, what's it been, 2 years? So I'm gonna go up there, I'm gonna turn the key just to see if this will turn over on this battery. I'm betting it's probably dead. Well, let's find out. Yeah, it's dead as a door now. So let's just see if we got enough oomph in this little thing to turn this engine over. We'll find out. Okay. All right. Well, how about that? Well, now that right there, that's good to know. You know what? You know what, I mean, you know what that tells me? That tells me that it wouldn't be a bad idea at all if when you going fishing, take one of these jump starters with you, because just in case you get out there and your battery dies on you because you fell asleep with the lights on or something, and you gotta, you know, you're stranded. Maybe you ran the trolling motor on the same battery as the starter for the engine, and you run the battery down. Well, by golly, this sure beats carrying another 75-pound battery. So, by golly, we know it works right there. So, I'm happy with this thing. Yes, sir. Let's go back to talking about it. I'm gonna try it. that baby. Of course, you don't want to run your boat motor if you ain't got the water hooked to it, or it's in the water, because you don't want to burn up your water pump. But by golly, this little feller works. I'm impressed. All right, let me go back to let's go back to the deck where I can sit down and tell you more about this thing. I'm gonna try this. I've already used this battery box to turn over the boat motor a few times. I had it started and didn't realize it, but I had my camera on standby, so before you just saw me crank it, I was sitting there cranking it, choking it, and wasn't even recording. So we're going to see if we got enough oomph in here to turn this whole feller over. This tractor will not run. It needs a fuel pump put in it, but it does turn over. Okay. Nothing. Oh. Oh well, we know to turn the engine over. Well, feller's got quite a bit of power in it. I'm impressed. I don't see a flat tire handy where I could demonstrate the air compressor part on it. But I like these for starting the engine. Now, let's go back to the deck. Well, folks, I guess you saw, if you've been paying attention, you saw out there that I cranked that boat motor over several times. I even cranked it over several times without recording it because I was trying to get the thing to start. And I realized my camera wasn't turned on. Anyhow, this one right here, it will flat out. It'll flat out do it, won't it? It'll start that stuff up. Like I said, the little tractor out there, I knew wouldn't start because it doesn't have it needs a fuel pump. So, like you heard me say, boy, that'd be handy to have on a boat, wouldn't it? Air up your pool toys and just different things that need inflating. Flat tire on your boat trailer, whatever. Flat tire on a pickup truck. That'll sure do it. Well, folks, I do appreciate each and every one of you watching. At the moment while I'm recording this, I have 99,801 subscribers. And if you're watching this and you're one of my subscribers, or even if you ain't, call it a friend and get them to subscribe too so I can get over 100. So, Foursun jump starter and air compressor. I was impressed with how it would repeatedly start, turn the engine over on that boat without me having to go back and reset it and, like I did on that other. Foursun jump starter and air compressor. Get you one. Look in the description box in case we got any special information to tell you about this thing. Like where to find it on Amazon, that kind of good stuff. Folks, y'all have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye, everybody.